It's been so long, you guys. I just wanted to check in. A car vlog is gonna be all I can do right now. I'm so busy. I haven't even like figured out where I'm gonna film or anything in my new place. I'm still living out of boxes, basically. Like it's been so much. I've been so crazy busy. And I would really love to post some material on my candle channel, but I haven't even had time to think about it, which is unusual. But I mean, there's just so much more that comes with buying a place that just wow, just what a month it's been. I feel like I have so much to talk about and I don't even know where to start. My asthma is so bad today. It's so bad. It started Saturday being really bad. So if you hear me like cough or wheeze, or it just seems like I can't, catch my breath in this video, I can't. Basically, I don't know what it is. Spring? I don't know. I texted one of my coworkers on Saturday who I know has bad asthma, and I asked her if hers was really bad too, and she said yes, it was terrible. So I'm hoping that it's just kind of like the weather and it's not just me, but I have not had my asthma be this bad since before I went vegan. If you guys know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, kind of what happened was a few years ago I got this really bad cold, like this really bad like respiratory thing that kind of turned into bronchitis, and it just never went away. And it got worse and worse and worse because basically what it did was trigger adult onset asthma in me. And so I started using an inhaler, but then I was using it way too much, and I was using my like rescue albuterol inhaler like a couple times a day minimum. And my doctor was like, no, you can't do that. That's not what it's for. You need to be on a daily, like an Advair or something. But Advair has the same active ingredient as Flonase, and I am deathly allergic to Flonase. Like, Flonase turned me into a zombie. It gave me hives all over my face. It left me scars on my forehead and stuff. And it also gave me the worst headache I've ever had in my life for like 48 hours. And it's horrible. So I said, I'm not going to do Advair. I'm not going to do that. And they were like, okay, well, we don't know if you're allergic to that exact ingredient or if you're allergic to like all steroid inhalers. So try this one, but like, call 911 or go to the ER if you start to die. And I was just like, no, I'm not doing this. And it was at that point that I asked, like, is there anything I can do to my diet to help fix this? And it was recommended to me that I try cutting out dairy. And because I had prior been a vegetarian and kind of fallen off the wagon, I realized I wasn't gonna be able to eat the things I was normally eating anyway, cutting out dairy, so I just went vegan. And oh my God, I mean, I've said it before, but within like 48 hours of doing that, I could tell like a huge difference. And by the time it was like a month later, my asthma was basically gone. And now the past year, I've been vegan for a year and like 8 months or something. Every once in a while, I still need my inhaler if I run into a trigger. Plug-in air fresheners still set me off. So those are really bad for me. Smoky restaurants, things like that. I might need the inhaler every once in a while, but I also go months without it. And then freaking Saturday, full force back to how it was a couple of years ago. Even to the point where I get like an itchy chin, which is how like it used to be when it was really bad. And I've just been puffing the inhaler left and right. I used it this morning. I've used it like 4 times yesterday. I'm trying not to use it again today, but as I was like meeting with students today, I felt like I was gonna cough in their face. I was just like praying, like please do not start like hacking and coughing right in front of this student who I'm meeting with. It was terrible. And I'm afraid I'm probably gonna do it now in this video because the more I talk, like the worse it gets. So anyway, bear with me. But I'm curious if anyone else out there has really bad asthma. Is it bad for you too right now? Especially if you live in the Midwest. Like, is it bad? Because it would comfort me to know that like it's just a thing that everyone's going through right now because of the spring and the weather change and everything, and like that it's not just like me and everything is, like it's getting worse or something like that. Because I still don't want to have to go on a steroid, and especially if it might kill me. So anyway, that was boring. It was like 4 minutes of boringness. But anyway, so I'm almost done with everything that I, had to deal with at my old apartment. But I don't have my deposit back yet. Now, my landlord, who there were so many things throughout this whole process that I felt like she was just making things up. Like, I asked her if she wanted me to fill all of the nail holes, and I said something like, do you want me to fill the nail holes, or would you not want me to do that because then you would have to paint over where I've speckled? And she was like, oh yes, you have to. I said something like, I know the girl that moved out before me didn't do it. And I just meant to say, like, so maybe you prefer that we don't. But she was like, oh yeah, well then we charged her when we had to fill them. And I'm like, what do you mean when you filled them? They're still there. Like, they're still there. I literally moved in. When my landlord was moving me into that place, it was the first time she was seeing it since the girl had moved out. I remember that very clearly because, like, she was looking around like, okay, looks like she got the carpets cleaned. And I was like, what would you have done if she had it? You know what I mean? Like, and she had left nail holes everywhere. Whatever. I mean, so it's just like, I just don't think she remembers anything. She just makes it up. Here we go. But I filled them all. I cleaned that place so well. Oh my gosh, it was perfect. And she did say to me when she texted me on that Sunday night, she said, wow, you did a great job cleaning the place. I've got to tell you, I've never had a tenant leave it like this good before. So let's hope that means I get my deposit back. I didn't ask if I was getting the whole thing back. I just said, you know, when will you mail it to my new address, whatever. And she said it takes 30 to 60 days. Like, what? Like, this isn't a management company. It's just a couple that does this. Like, why does it take that long to get me my check? It has to be something with, like, like they need the security deposit from the next tenant before they can pay me back because they spent mine or something. I don't know. I just can't wait to get that back so that I can really be done with that whole thing. But man, closing, really expensive. I don't even want to look at my bank account. I don't even want to look at my credit card statement right now. There's so many things. And, you know, I didn't do like FHA or anything, even though it was my first time buying, you know, because I had 20%. So I just did it the regular way. But then it's like all the little fees and costs and things just really just keep adding up. And then now I need a couch. I ordered one, but it's taking like a month to get delivered. Right now the delivery date is scheduled for April 24th, and I feel like I need the couch before I can decide on the curtains, before I can decide on like a lamp, before I can decide on where I want to hang things on the wall. So that's why I'm still kind of living out of boxes and everything is still a mess, because I just feel like I need the couch. Like, it's, you know, the main piece in the main room, and I can't really decide on anything else until I get it. But I need a lamp, I need a couch, I need curtains, I need just like little things, like I need a vase to put here and I need something to put here, you know how it is. It's getting really weird adjusting to multi-level life, because there's 3 floors and everywhere else that I've lived has just been like 1 floor. So I'm very used to just being able to walk, like keep things in all different rooms and just walk around and put stuff away. And now I've got like a pile of stuff that has to go upstairs and a pile of stuff that has to go downstairs all the time, and I don't love it. My knees are getting a workout in the morning, and my knees don't love it either. And then there's a bunch of big projects that I eventually want to do. Like, I want to put down flooring instead of carpet. I want a new vanity in the bedroom, but like those things are pricey, and those will be like eventual projects, you know. But right now I'm just trying to get it like so it feels like me, especially for the first like week and a half that I was living there. It really just didn't feel like my place yet, and now it's kind of starting to, as I'm starting to unpack. The big thing too, besides the couch, is that I'm having my friend build me custom candle shelves, and they're meant to fit, because this place has these stupid like predetermined cutouts for like your TV, and then I don't know what else underneath, like a VCR or something, like, you know, it's so stupid. I had a place like that in the burbs when my ex-husband and I lived there, and we didn't use the cutouts. Our stuff didn't fit in those predetermined sized holes. It's so stupid. But yeah, I've got like weird cutouts. So he's building me shelves to fit in them, and I'm so excited. They're gonna be so much stronger than the old shelves that I had. I'm gonna be able to store tons of candles like behind the ones I'm displaying. It's gonna be great. So the couch and the shelves, I'm excited to get those. But I wanna wait until I get all that before I do a tour. I'm super super flattered that so many people, because like a lot of people have been asking me to do a new home tour. I will, but I want to get it like looking somewhat nice first, you know. Yeah, you don't want to see it now. The pets have done okay. So I expected River would be cool and Clover, my cat, would be the one who was more anxious about it, because the last time I moved, Clover was really freaked out. I have the story about how like the movers came and then I left, and you know, but then when I came back to get her, she was hiding under a mop bucket because that was the only thing left in the apartment, and I felt so bad. Well, this time I made sure that she had everything that she needed, and I was afraid though, because she's only ever lived on one floor with me, that I didn't know how she was gonna do with the stairs. And I thought that she might, I'm dying guys, sorry. I'm glad I did talk about the asthma at the beginning of the video so you know what's going on. So I don't think I'm sick because I feel fine other than this. Oh my God. But anyway, no, she right away started exploring all 3 floors, and I put a litter box on the top and I put one on in the basement, and she's never had 2 before, and she's just pooping in one and peeing in the other, which I find hilarious. But she goes on all 3 flights, and she kind of just right away was like, yeah, okay, this is my castle, I can own this. Like, she really likes it. She likes it a lot. River, on the other hand, wouldn't come upstairs for the first like 3 nights. And then eventually she would, but she was like scared to go up there for a while. She likes the outside. There's woods in the back. Unfortunately, the only thing that River ever barks at is squirrels and rabbits. Well, now she can see squirrels and rabbits. So, yeah, we'll see about that. I'm watching Hazel, my niece, my dog niece, now for 11 days, and so the rest of this week. And that has been so great for River. She loves having another dog around. So, you know, part of the reason I even got a place was that I really wanted to get River a friend, because she has all these kind of like issues with being super skittish and timid and having low confidence, as the vet has said. And I've been told by the vet and, you know, other people too, like, she would really benefit from having another dog, because she's just so submissive and timid. She needs like another dog to show her like, this is okay, this person's okay, that doing this thing is okay. And you can see that with Hazel, because I was like, you know, this will really prove to me, it'll show me like, is having 2 dogs a horrible pain in the butt, or is it good, is it working out? And so far, aside from the fact that I'm not able to walk them both because they just freaking twist and everything, aside from that part though, it's been great, because even though Hazel doesn't even play that much, like she plays enough, and River just, you can tell she just likes having another dog, and she follows Hazel around, and they eat together, and they chew bones together and everything. So I think it's only kind of, you know, supported the idea of me getting another dog. But I'm not going to do that until the semester's over and things settle down with work, which they usually do mid-May-ish. That's when I'll be done teaching too, which is my second job. So yeah, just gotta think about that a little more. But having Hazel's been good, and now it feels like River's adjusted. She really likes not having a couch. I don't think she's gonna be very happy when the couch shows up, because right now the whole living room is just like an empty playroom for her. What else? Part of the reason it's been hard to settle in is that first weekend that I had the place, I actually went to go see MXPX 2 nights in a row in Chicago with Josh. That was super fun, but it was like, I had been looking forward to that so much, and I had been telling myself for months, like, if I get to that MXPX show and I'm at the bottom lounge having a beer at the show, that's when I'll really be able to relax. I'll really be able to be like, oh, March is over, all this closing on the house is over, I moved out of the other place, like everything's settled. And work was also really crazy in March. But I tell you what, instead I was just there having a beer, like, okay, I'm glad I'm here having a beer, but I have so much to do. Like, I almost wish that the concert hadn't been that weekend. Now that I have had a weekend at home, I've been able to start arranging things a little bit, but it still just feels like there's so much to do. There's so much to buy. Oh my God. Oh, okay. One more thing I gotta tell you, and I saved the best for last. I did. I definitely saved the best for last. I can't believe, like, I almost kind of forgot to mention this. So, I know I've told you that this condo that I bought, it's on the same street, and it's almost exactly the 2018. It was before I met Josh, but not too far before. I was doing a lot of online dating, and I dated a guy who also lived on that street, and I remember that because he had the reverse of my friend's. His was like mirrored of hers. And it's not like I had even forgotten that, because when I got this, my friend didn't have the ugly cutouts in the wall, but he did. And so when I saw this place, I was like, oh yeah, it's got those cutouts like that guy's did. So I like remembered that he lived there and everything. I'm sitting down at the closing, and they hand me everything. And you walk out of the closing with like this much paperwork. It's insane. I still just have it sitting on my desk because I don't even know what to do with it. It's like this much crap they give you. And so, you know, I have to sign up all this stuff, and they also give me like a thing from the HOA saying like, here's when your next payment's due, and here's who you send it to, blah, blah, blah. I didn't even look at it at that point. I'm just signing. I get home, everything's on the counter of the new place, and at one point I look at it that night, and Cassie had told me like everyone on the HOA board is old and retired, and that's typically how it is because it's, you know, a job that doesn't pay, that takes a lot of time. But I see that the treasurer's information's on there, and the address for the treasurer is like first name, last name, 81 at whatever. And I'm like, oh, 81, I wonder if he's actually like my age. I was born in 82. And then I realized after that the name of the treasurer is the guy that I dated a few years back. I went out with the treasurer of the HOA. So I was just like, oh my God, I know who this is. We went out, it was not like we had bad blood or anything. We went out like 6 or 7 times, and then we just kind of, you know, didn't anymore. I think we just kind of didn't really click or have like a lot of chemistry or whatever, but definitely know him. So I looked, and we're still Facebook friends. So I Facebook messaged him. But then I realized he hadn't posted anything on Facebook in like over a year, at least not that I can see. Well, he never wrote back to the message. The message was like, hey, guess what? Just closed on a house. Saw that you're the treasurer of the HOA. Pretty hilarious. So when you get my info, yep, that's me. He didn't write back. I don't think it's because he's like, you know, mad or anything. I just think he doesn't check Facebook. So now I have to like contact him again because I legit need to know who to make the check out to, because none of that information is on there. So I will have to reach out to him again, but I haven't yet. But that was just, okay, maybe I hyped that story a little too much, but it was really hilarious to me. Yeah. Also, I want to be like, dude, like he has a job and everything. Like, how are you the treasurer? Like, that seems like a lot of work to have to be the one to make sure everyone's paid every month. And like, I don't know if he has to like also like pay the landscapers and everything. Like, that seems crazy, like a crazy amount of work, but he's the treasurer. So anyway, oh, and one more thing that I've learned. You'll never, ever, ever, ever be free of other people's dog shit. Because just the other day I walked out the doors, and I have a patio which goes straight out to, you know, I mean, it's a condo, so yeah, technically it's all shared yard, but my little strip that would be right directly out of my door, and there's a giant poop. It's way too big for Hazel, and River doesn't poop in the grass. River will only go poop in the woods behind a tree because she likes her privacy, and I don't know what we're going to do about that when the leaves start coming on the trees, because it's going to be tick city back there, so she's going to have to figure something else out, but she's never pooped there. And then I'm like, looking at the poop, and I'm like, I don't know, because the lady 2 doors down, I met her. She has 2 dogs, and one's like Hazel size, and the other one is a pug. And I'm like, could this be a pug poop? It maybe could. And I know her dogs run over to my yard sometimes, because she never has them on a leash, and she's always running after them. So I think her dog shit 4 feet from my back door, still there, days later. Never ever, you can't ever, even if you buy a house, then other people let their dog shit in your front yard and don't pick it up. And she's nice, you know, I'm not gonna start a feud. I learned my lesson on starting feuds, but I'm so mad. I'll never be rid of dog poop, man. I'll never be rid of other people's dog poop. So anyway, I think that's probably it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. It's a really nice day. It's the first like sunny, warm day. Man, when her. You can take your dogs on the patio there. They met her last year when I first got her and everything. They're all asking me. I know if I bring her back, everyone's gonna be like, oh, River. So she's a VID, very important dog there. Might have to see about doing that tonight if I can stop coughing, because everyone's gonna assume I'm sick, and I'm like, I'm not sick, you guys. Just can't breathe. So anyway, I'll let you go too, because the video's 20 minutes now, and I can't keep talking. I gotta stop talking. I just feel like there's probably something I'm forgetting. My diet went in March, we lost it. But I'm trying to get back on track now that I'm settled. I gave myself a pass in March, but I've probably gained everything back. Haven't looked at the scale yet. Don't want to do that yet. All right, so that's it anyway for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I want to try to get like a setup at the new place, and get some candle talk going on my other channel and all that, but just kind of bear with me, and thanks for sticking around, and thanks for bearing with me while I've been a little too busy to film lately. So anyway, I guess that's it. I will see you guys later. Bye.